Hello and welcome to the second of these videos on how to use the 247 time system. What I'm going to show you now is how to add a candidate in respect of direct engagement and AHPs, which is related to the NHS. So first and foremost is what you do is you click on candidates on the top left hand side here of the black navigation bar, and I've taken the liberty here now of just screenshotting two displays. Normally you'd only see one, which would just be screen A, which is this blank box and a search item there. So you can enter in here if you're going to look for one of your candidates that you've entered previously. You type in there the name of your candidate, so for example Fred Bloggs, then click on search and up will come Fred Bloggs, or equally you could type in Fred, click on search and up comes all your Freds, or click blogs and then click on search and up will come all your blogs. If you leave it blank and then just click on search, what you then see is screen B, which is all of your candidates. And it normally comes up in alphabetical order, and you could sort any of these by just clicking on the blue navigation bar here, very similar to how you would do in an Excel spreadsheet. And to go in and look at a candidate, you click on anything in blue, so you can click on the candidate profile ID, click on that and up comes then your candidate details that you can go in and amend accordingly. But you can see down here at the bottom right hand side of the screen you've got two buttons there. First is this export to Excel function, and as we've mentioned previously, this is where you can download information from 247 time to your device. This will download, in this case, a CSV file that you can use in any third-party application or manipulate as you wish, and it is dynamic, so it will change depending on what it is you're clicking on at that particular moment in time. So in this case it will download all of your candidate information. We're going to go in here now and register a new candidate. So the way you do that is click on candidate, and what I've done now is I've zoomed in to the screen. So this is the top half of the screen. So very similar to any other HR system that you may be familiar with. You add in the NI number, your agency name will appear here, and then basically add in the candidate details here. The only difference is when it comes to direct engagement and AHPs is if they are a limited company. So in the address box, what you place here is the limited company name, and the reason for that is that's what will split out on the invoice at the end of the process. If it's your candidate is pay as you earn, then basically you can put their home address details in here, and that's what then will appear on their pay slip. Postcode, telephone number, email as normal. The bottom half of the screen relates to how the trust is going to manage that particular candidate, so therefore they will require you to add this information in. So let's have a look at it from the top. Payroll information is how is your candidate going to be employed? Are they going to be a limited company or are they going to be pay as you earn? You select then the drop down here on payroll type, and if you select limited company, the grey boxes then become live to you, and you enter information about the company name, the company number, and if the company is registered for VAT, then you must put the VAT number in here, because that's how that VAT is added to the invoice at the end of the process. So if you don't put a VAT number in there, no VAT will be added to the invoice. Final thing when it's a company is you tick here that the candidate is IR35 compliant. So if it's a pay-as-you-earn candidate, you'll just select pay-as-you-earn and then carry on. So documents and qualifications do vary according to each trust as to what they will actually ask you to download. Within the support website there is a section for you to go in and download blank copies of these documents. So for example then it primarily aims around pay-as-you-earn doctors, but you'll get those completed and upload those here as is relevant. And the last section here is payment type. How does your candidate wish to get paid? And remember, this is where the payment will come directly from the trust to the candidate. We still have the odd one in or so that wants to be paid by cheque, but in the main most of them will want to be paid by backs. So the way you do that is if it's BACS, you click on here to the download BACS, and then enter the bank account information in. And it's really important you do make sure that you don't transpose any digits or enter any incorrect digit, because the misposting of anybody's pay can be quite fraught when it comes to returning it back. So having done that, then all you do is click on save, and that normally you only ever do once. Unless anything changes, you never need to go back to that profile again. So that's it in terms of adding a candidate into the system for NHS direct engagement and AHPs.